It's finally time to go back to camp. Hello and welcome to Rotted Review of the Day, and today is Franchise Friday, and we're finally picking back up where we left off with the Sleepaway Camp series, and this time we are tackling Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, made in 1989. It has been a while since we've been at this. The last Franchise Friday we had was about a month ago, and we were due to have one before break, and it got replaced by a special edition. We really needed to discuss real cases of shadow people, so it got usurped, and then we went on break, and now we're finally back, and it is finally Friday, and here we go. So I watched this one, and I'm sad to say that I was very disappointed but not surprised. This was just a dull thwack at the beaten horse of a franchise that is continuing its downward spiral, which is a real shame considering how strong I really found the first film to be. In this movie, Angela is back. This time it is a year after the events of the second film, and she is going back to camp, and Camp Rolling Hills is now Camp New Horizons, which is specifically targeted towards inner city youth and troubled teenagers and so forth. The husband and wife duo of Herman and Lily that is running the place, it soon becomes transparent that they are not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They are doing it for some financial gain, some profit, some sweet subsidies, who knows, but basically they are just phoning this in and leaving, like, not even feeding the campers, basically saying, here's a fishing pole, go get your dinner. Everything about this was cheesy, and everything about this was just very low effort. Here's the scores. I'm going to go and throw them all up here. As always, each category is worth up to 25 points for a total possible score of 100 points, and none of them broke the 10 mark. Their technical got as close as any of them. This was just really poor writing, poor characters. Everybody in this film was a caricature. No characters existed within this. Everybody was just a superficial satire of inner city youth or ne'er-to-do campers and so forth. It was just very awkward and surreal, and not in the slightest what it was going for, which I think was funny. I think it was trying to be funny, scary, interesting, entertaining, and I really didn't find it to be any of those things in the slightest, which is why the intention got a 0 out of 25. Pamela Springsteen is back as Angela, and she is continuing on with the same level of manic energy that she exhibited in the second film. The killing everybody that doesn't meet her strict criteria of wholesome campers, and which in this situation basically put her right in the mix of everybody not meeting that criteria. And really, I don't think anybody did a really fantastic job at any level of it. What this really seemed like was somebody tossed the concept at the table. Hey, we can do another Sleepaway Camp series. Here's the general concept that I was thinking of. And then everybody around there met it with a resounding, I guess. And then that attitude continued on at every single stage. Pre-production, writing, production itself, technical of the special effects and the blood and gore and so forth, right down to the post-production and the box art. Everything about this was just low effort, and it showed in every single sense of this one. It was my absolute, clearly least favorite of the series, and I'm really not going to give it a whole lot more time in this review than that. We have 2 more movies in this franchise left to go. Sleepaway Camp 4, which, as I understand it, is only half an hour long and is more of a summary, kind of puppet master legacy of the Sleepaway Camp series. So, yay, looking forward to that one coming up. And from what I understand, Sleepaway Camp 5 is kind of attempt at a modern resurgence of the series without actually having any of the spirit or the characters. But I haven't seen it yet, and I'm going to reserve judgment and try to be objective about it. But as it stands, Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, the only way that I would recommend this film is if you are making it through the entirety of the franchise. If you actually just want to watch a good horror film, then pass this one by immediately. So thank you very much for joining me here today. That's my review of Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland, 1989. I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you like these videos, please click like and subscribe. And next time you want to watch a horror movie, first make sure that it's good and rotted.